3,200-meter run here for the 3A boys. Checking your lane assignments, we've got Ivankovic from Daniel High School in lane number 1. He won the 1,600-meter event earlier today. Jack Felix from Hilton Head in lane number 2. And some more Seahawks beside him. You've got Mackenzie Johnston from Hilton Head and Jack Menesiotis, the sophomore from Hilton Head, in lanes 3 and 4. Heath Lorick in lane 5 from Chapin. Daniel has Gabriel Howie in lane number 6. His sister, Sinead Howie, won the 3,200 meters in the 3A girls event earlier. And Gabriel is the younger of the two. He's a freshman. His sister, Sinead, is a senior. Billy Cryer from St. James High School is a sophomore in lane 7, and TJ Mellinson starting from Hilton Head Island, a sophomore in lane 8. So Hilton Head Island very well represented. They've got half the field in here, Emerson. 4 out of the 8 runners are from Hilton Head. But look out for Ivankovic. He really can finish strong. We saw that in the 1,600 as he held off Jack Felix to win that race. We've got 1 lap down now and 7 to go. And with the lead is Jack Felix from Hilton Head. 3,200 meters. Jack Menesiotis, the sophomore, finished second in this event a year ago from Hilton Head. Started off in 4th position in this race today. There's a good look at Jack Felix coming right at you. And he is followed by Gabriel Howie from Daniel High School. Also there is Mackenzie Johnston from Hilton Head. But Felix extending the lead now, and there's the rest of the field right there, all packed in together. Jack Felix coming around to complete the 2nd lap. So 2 down, 6 to go now. Felix in front, followed by Mackenzie Johnston, Jack Menesiotis, and Gabriel Howie. Menesiotis and Mackenzie Johnston, teammates on that Hilton Head team. And Emerson, they really do excel, Hilton Head does, in the middle and long distance events.
Yeah, we talked about their strength being the distance events, and they've got 4 of the 8 runners in this field, as you mentioned, Birch, and that's another opportunity for Hilton Head to accrue some serious points for the team competition. And we mentioned that not only do they have quality runners, their strength is in numbers. You look at the 8 qualifiers in any of the different events that we have this weekend, and you're seldom likely to see more than 2 competitors from the same school. Well, Hilton Head's got 4 in this one event, so that gives them a big advantage. They're very strong in the 800, the 1,600, and the 3,200 in particular. And they've got to like their chances to do some damage here and pick up some team points if they can get a couple or 3 good finishes out of their 4 runners here. 2 10th graders, Menesiotis and Mellinson, and the 2 seniors, Mackenzie Johnston and Jack Felix. And you mentioned Ivankovic from Daniel. He's a 10th grader. He ran extremely well earlier today.
Yeah, won the 1,600-meter event. Ivankovic did, as he held off Jack Felix from Hilton Head. And Ivankovic now is in 2nd place behind Jack Felix here in the 3,200.
Yeah, and Ivankovic ran very well down the stretch to win that 1,600. He's a little bit shorter than a lot of these distance runners, Birch, but it did not matter in the least. Generally you think of a taller kid with a longer stride. The longer distances would favor them, and maybe it's a slight disadvantage for somebody who's not 6'3" or 6'4". But Ivankovic blew the field away down the stretch in that 1,600, and we talked earlier about Gilbert from Fort Mill on the girls' side in 3A. How much would she have in reserve after running the 1600 earlier? I'll be curious to see the same for Andre Ivankovic from Daniel, see what he's got left in the tank. He's already won one gold medal today. Does he have enough left to do it again against an elite field in Class 4A?
Yeah,
3A, I'm sorry, 3A.
Won the 1 mile race. Now we're in the 2 mile race, the 3200. And making a charge into second place now is Heath Lorick from Chapin High School. Lorick making a charge here as we're halfway complete. 4 laps down, 4 to go. It's still Felix in front, followed by Lorick and Ivankovic from Daniel, and Gabriel Howie from Daniel in 4th place. But the 3 front runners right now, you've got Felix, Lorick, and Ivankovic. And now Heath Lorick from Chapin High School, the senior, takes the lead. So it's Lorick, Felix, Ivankovic, and Johnston. And another lap down. We've got 5 laps in the books now. 6 minutes, 15 seconds into this race. Lorick still with the lead over Felix and Ivankovic. You'll really see this race start to develop in the last 200 meters, possibly the last 400.
Yeah, it really is about pacing yourself, isn't it, Birch, in this 2 mile run in particular? You know, you want to stay close to the leaders. You don't want to fall so far behind that you can't mount or come back. But at the same time, you have to keep enough energy in reserve so that you can make that kick and possibly, make up some ground over the last couple of 100 meters in hopes of winning this race. This is a real grinding event, mentally, Birch, as much as physically. You have to pace yourself in this event. And again, I would suggest that we're fortunate today that it's not as hot as it is. These runners have got to be very thankful for the fact that we're probably in the high 80s, maybe the low 90s right now, but it's not uncommon at all for it to be, mid to high 90s with close to 100% humidity here in central South Carolina this time of year. So, physically, obviously, you have to have the stamina, but mentally, you have to be prepared to deal with the fact that, the pace may not always be to your liking early in the race, and there's a lot of adjustments that you have to make on the fly to win a race like this.
Ivankovic now making his move with 800 meters to go. Chasing down Heath Lorick from Chapin. Heath Lorick in the lead. And Heath Lorick from Chapin High School, the senior, in 1, and in 2 is Andre Ivankovic, the sophomore from Daniel. Ivankovic now running up alongside Lorick from Chapin High School. Lorick also excels in cross country for the Eagles. Howie now from Daniel in 3rd place. And we're on the final lap now, the final 400 meters here in this 3200. It's going to be between Ivankovic and Lorick. Ivankovic now goes around the right side of Lorick, and Ivankovic turns over his left shoulder and confirms that he is in 1st place. Andre Ivankovic going for his 2nd gold medal of the day. He's the 1600 meter champion, now looking to win the trophy in the 3200. Only a sophomore. And Ivankovic heading down the final 100 meters. Can Lorick catch him? No, Ivankovic puts his head down and charging for the finish line. The last 50 meters. It's all Ivankovic. The sophomore wins again. He is your 3,200-meter champion in 3A. Lorick will finish second and Howie third.